go right now to NewsNation's Caitlyn Becker outside the courthouse for us in Lower Manhattan. Caitlyn, this was very graphic and emotional testimony. I'm curious how it landed with the jurors.
Elizabeth, they were riveted by the testimony. When we were in the courtroom yesterday, jurors kind of got, I wouldn't say distracted, but they looked around the room at times. They didn't turn their eyes away from Cassie Ventura. From the moment she walked into this courtroom, she's absolutely stunning, clearly very, very pregnant. She walked in with her head held high, sat at the witness stand, and began giving her testimony. Now, this is the first time, Elizabeth, that she and Combs have been really in the same room together for many, many years. So when she walked in, he turned and watched her walk to the witness stand, and she did not look at him at all. She didn't cast her eyes over. She didn't turn her head. During the testimony, he kept his eyes on her as well, and it was a really tough day in the courthouse today. The testimony, as you said, was very, very graphic, vulgar at times, and emotional. She did break down in tears, and what I found really interesting, Elizabeth, is the moment she really needed to compose herself. With all of the graphic testimony she was giving about these freak-offs, you may have expected her to tear up and cry then. But when she cried is when she was telling the jury that she did all of this because she really just wanted him. She wanted him to love her. And that is when she needed the moment to compose herself there. But she took pauses, kind of a deep breath before she had to answer some of the tougher questions about violence and the sexual nature of their relationship. And interestingly, Diddy, for his part, reacted. You know that these defendants are told, don't show any emotion, don't react. But that was not the case today. He was nodding along sometimes. He was shaking his head no at times, taking notes when Cassie was testifying. And a few times at specific points, he was taking a note and then passing it to one of his defense attorneys, specifically the defense attorney who will cross-examine Cassie Ventura. So it does seem that he is being as active as he can be in his own defense there. But Elizabeth, the one really interesting point was there was two of them when Cassie was talking about the baby oil and how it needed to be reapplied multiple times, sometimes in increments of 5 minutes so that she quote unquote glistened. That moment, as well as the moment that she revealed the pseudonyms that he uses to check into hotels, he pushed his chair away from the defense table in a very kind of visible reaction to how she was speaking. And in the courtroom, his family is there, his mother, his 6 children. One of the mothers of his sons had to get up and leave the room, and she did not come back after they were getting into some of the more graphic talk about urination, Elizabeth.
Yeah, we're not even reporting on that aspect of the story, Caitlyn, because it's just so, frankly, it's disgusting. I can't imagine what it was like for everybody in that courtroom to listen to that, much less for Cassie Ventura to testify to that. Caitlyn Becker, live for us outside the courtroom. Thank you so much. I want to bring in...
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.